Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with goalkeeper Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, as it has been reported that Tottenham Hotspur identified the Barcelona mainstay as a priority for next summer, as Antonio Conte is keen on his signing. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, to conclude this episode, talking about Pep Guardiola, the manager of Manchester City, as he have recently outlined the difference between Lionel Messi and Erling Haaland in a press conference. We're also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Tottenham Hotspur have set their sights on a potential move for Barcelona goalkeeper Marc-Andre Ter Stegen for the next summer, according to French publication Jean's Photo. Tottenham Hotspur are on the lookout for a new goalkeeper to replace club captain Hugo Lloris, who will be entering the final year of his contract next year. And as per the report, manager Antonio Conte has requested a signing of Ter Stegen from Barcelona as a priority. The German international has been at Spotify Camp Nou for over 8 years now and has had his share of ups and downs over the course of his tenure in Catalonia. There have been a lot of speculations regarding Ter Stegen's future in the past couple of years due to his decline in form as well as his high wages. Given the club's financial situation, multiple outlets claimed that Barca could look to cash in on him at some point. However, manager Xavi Hernandez put his faith in the 30-year-old goalkeeper since taking over, and Ter Stegen has paid that with a series of improved displays in the ongoing campaign. Indeed, the German international has been key to Barca's rise to the top of the La Liga table, having kept 6 clean sheets in 7 league games while conceding just 1 goal. A strong contender for the Zamora Trophy this season, Ter Stegen is contracted with Barcelona until the summer of 2025. Despite his resurgence this season, the report claims that Barcelona could still consider selling him should a sizable offer come along. And Tottenham are keen on the 30-year-old former Borussia Mönchengladbach ace, so much so that they have reportedly made him their priority target. So it does seem extremely unlikely that Barca would consider parting ways with Ter Stegen given the form that he's showing right now. However, should Barcelona find themselves in more financial difficulties next summer, things could change. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen has been on fire. There is no question about that. I think Ter Stegen have helped us a lot in some matches. In fact, most matches, Ter Stegen saves have been keeping Barca alive. Yes, I think the game against Mallorca, we saw some good save. I mean, many games we have been seeing Ter Stegen putting up some miraculous saves. And I think he's one of the best players that we have. Ter Stegen have improved compared to last season that he was really out of form. And we can also say because our defense was shit, maybe we can see how Ter Stegen now having the confidence of the defense ahead of him. He is doing some good saves. So getting this report of Tottenham Hotspur trying to prioritize a move for this guy, I don't see it as any possibility, because with time we can see how Ter Stegen is more important for us. And I don't think it makes any sense for Barca to ever contemplate of selling Stegen, especially the Ter Stegen in this very form that he is currently. Except things change, but I don't see any possibility for Barcelona selling Ter Stegen, especially if he continues the way he is catching right now. So the report is claiming that Hugo Lloris, who is also a magnificent goalkeeper, who have been the captain for a long time at Tottenham, since his contract expires at the end of this season, and so Tottenham don't want to renew it. They want another world-class goalkeeper. If I want to say something to Tottenham, I'll tell them that just try hard to extend Lloris' contract, because there's no way I can see Ter Stegen leaving Barcelona anytime soon. So it's been great to see the kind of clean sheets that we've been keeping. We've played 7 games in La Liga, 6 clean sheets. The only goal Ter Stegen considered was the game against Real Sociedad, I think match day 2, where we won that game 4-1. And that goal was even kind of, I don't know, it was just like a lucky goal, because if I remember, Isaac tried to score, even deflected there, still entered the net. But I think our defense have been phenomenal. Of course, Ter Stegen still being on brilliant form. All have contributed for us being on superb form and keeping clean sheets. So there's always this saying that defense win you titles, goals win you matches. And it's true. If we are going to win La Liga, I think we need to have this defense on a consistent basis. It's not like we have to be good defensively only in the beginning of the season. But I think if Barca continue the way they have started the season, being consistent with the way they are defending, keeping clean sheet upon clean sheet upon clean sheet, then I think there's no magic. We should be the favorites. We should be the favorites to win La Liga. So interesting, really interesting to see how the season is going to look like for us. But talking about the link to Tottenham as well, I don't see it working. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. Speaking to the media after Manchester City's thumping 6-3 win over Manchester United in the Premier League, Pep Guardiola hailed hat-trick hero Erling Haaland and compared the Norwegian to another of his former prodigy, Lionel Messi. Messi was one of the chief driving forces in Guardiola's all-conquering Barcelona side that laid waste to oppositions relentlessly, and in Erling Haaland, the Catalan tactician seemed to have found another weapon of mass destruction, as witnessed by the 22-year-old's form this season. Indeed, just 11 matches into his spell at Man City, Haaland has already scored 17 goals across all competitions and includes 3 Premier League hat-tricks, with the one against United on Sunday being the latest and perhaps the sweetest. After the game, Pep Guardiola was asked if he expected Haaland to score in each game like he once did with Messi during their time at Barca. In response, the Manchester City manager replied, "Yes, the difference is that Haaland needs all his teammates. Messi did it alone." Pep Guardiola has always maintained that he thinks Messi is the greatest ever player to have ever played the game, and once again, he has underlined that stance with his latest statements. Having left Barcelona last year, Messi could return to Spotify Camp Nou next summer when his contract with PSG expires. There has been interest from LMLS sides while PSG remain keen on extending his contract. But Barca are also working hard behind the scenes to bring their former captain back to the club for one last dance. As for Erling Haaland, the 22-year-old, who had been linked with Barcelona and Real Madrid among others in the summer, is taking the Premier League by storm. And even though he has joined recently, Manchester City wish to renew his contract at the earliest possible so as to stave off the interest from Real Madrid. Erling Haaland has been a phenomenal player. Of course, I don't think many people are surprised the way he has taken the Premier League by storm. He's farming the Premier League. There are some guys who are like, they need to adapt, he needs to do this. Premier League is like any other league, like La Liga, whatever. Because some of those English media want to hype, thinking that the Premier League is overall the best, whatever. Which I don't think so. But we can see the way Erling Haaland is disproving some of those pundits, farming the league like as if it's even Ligue 1 in France, So I think he's just so good. Pep Guardiola, like we can see what he said, right? Comparing him to Messi, but I love Pep Guardiola's statements. They're so sweet. Like it's true. Erling Haaland needs his teammates, but Messi did it alone. I love that phrase a lot, guys. If you don't know it, I love that phrase so much. So guys, make sure you leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. With that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.